You got all ready to record TikTok videos and then you didn't feel like you were actually ready. And this is going to sound completely counterintuitive, right? This is going to sound completely backwards. But if you go prepare, if you go get yourself all ready, set up everything, whether that be a camera or wearing the right outfit or doing your makeup or getting your space right or whatever it is, if you do that, I can almost 1,000% guarantee the TikTok videos are going to be crappy or you're not going to do them. Either you're going to do them and they're going to suck or you're not going to do them. Because that preparation is a story that you're telling yourself to delay, or you're doing that thing, you're getting the right outfit on, you're setting up the space, you're making sure the camera's all right, or the lighting's right, or the makeup's right, whatever it is. All of that stuff is actions taken by the part of yourself that doesn't feel like it's ready until it does X, Y, and Z to become ready. Until it achieves X, Y, and Z, good enough look, good enough lighting, good enough space, it doesn't matter what it is. All of those actions, they feel like preparation, but those preparatory actions that we do to prepare ourselves for the thing are simply things that we're doing because there's a part of ourselves that doesn't feel ready to do the thing. So how to help that part of ourselves actually make the integration to do the thing and do it well? That is to show it that I can skip all that preparation. People call it perfectionism, or somebody once said to me, you have perfectionitis. But if we can skip through all of that and just go do the thing and we can get comfortable doing that, that's where authenticity exists. The best content I've ever filmed is content that I just hit the record button the moment I'm having the thought, laying in bed or sitting here at my computer working and I just hit the record button or wherever. If I go set the stage, if I think about the idea and then I go, make sure I've got my ring light, and I have a ring light right now, but like if I go and make sure I have all those things in advance, it's much more challenging to create content that feels connected and feels like flow. It ends up feeling staged. It ends up feeling rehearsed. It ends up feeling planned. It ends up feeling stale because it is. And people watching it feel that and they scroll past it. I made a video quite some time ago. I forget what the topic was, but I remember because I got super triggered. Because I made the video, I posted the video, and what I was saying was good stuff. Okay, great stuff. And I got just a handful of few views. And then I saw somebody else make basically the same video, essentially saying the same thing, teaching the same thing. And it was a shitty video. Mine was really well done and very clearly articulated and put together, and my thoughts were organized, and I thought mine was a quality video. Objectively, from like a media production standpoint or a communication standpoint, this other video was kind of shit. Hundreds of thousands of views and comments and likes buzzing on it. The delivery of the other person's video, and it's triggered me. I'm like, why are they getting all the views and I'm not? And you get into that little comparing yourself. So I'm like, okay, so what is it that they're doing that I'm not doing? What is the difference? Extremely authentic delivery, not caring, not worrying about editing, not worrying about the looks, not worrying about the lighting or the aesthetic, not worrying about having it all right, not being super prepared, being human. So this is something about connecting with people across the board. It doesn't matter what you're marketing or what you're promoting or what you're sharing. If you connect to the human in your audience, you'll get a bigger reaction from them than if you be super polished. People will prefer the human most of the time. With the work that we're all doing here, we're deeply working with people on a really deep level, right? So you're calling people into that level of authenticity and vulnerability and connection. Now, this might be different if you're selling crap people don't need, right? But when we're doing work that calls people into connection, the only people that we can actually work with are people that are ready to connect at that level, which means we have to be open and create that vulnerability in how people see us so that they can make that connection. An example of this is making content when you're tired. A lot of people tell you make content when you first wake up in the morning so you're nice and fresh and energized. And that can be really great advice. Do it if you feel like it. But also, if you absolutely don't feel like making content and it's the end of the day and you're quite tired, but you have an idea, and you're like, oh, no, I'll get to that in the morning when I have more energy, when I can be more presentable. No, make it right then. Make it when you're in a messy hoodie and your hair's a mess and you're laying in bed or wherever, whatever, right? Make it when you're laying down on the couch, taking a break because you're just letting your mind relax, and then you have the idea and have the thought. Make it right then. Take the barrier of needing to go get ready out so that you can go from idea to content in the shortest amount of time. That way the idea is super fresh, super potent, super authentic. There is a social media analyst that I follow. He analyzes social media content, and he was talking about this. I want to share his perspective on this. Your audience is tired. So if you make a video when you're tired, they go, oh, they look tired. They look like me. They're doing it. I can do it. What's the secret? I need to go learn more from them. You look like you've got it all together. You look like you're picture perfect on camera and everything. You got it all. If you look like that, you're alienating the majority of your audience because they don't feel like that. So they can't connect to that. You look like you're up here and they're down here, so they don't even try. So you got to get on the same playing field with the people that you're serving to a certain level. And one of those is to really just show the humanness. Make a video with you're tired. You might start it off with, I'm so tired, I almost didn't want to make this video, but I have the idea, I feel spirit nudging me to make it, so I'm just going to share this with you right now. Like, you can say that in your video. True story, the best video I've ever posted on the internet, I think that's the most views it's ever been on my channel. I'm wearing a ripped hoodie. I just come back from a day of more than 13 hours of hiking. And then that evening I was on a 5-hour-long podcast recording. And then I had promised, it was a live stream. I had promised the people on the live stream that I would make a video and post it on my channel explaining something so they can rewatch it. I finally get back to the house. I'm going to bed and it's about 2:30 a.m. I am exhausted and I go, crap, I didn't make that video. So I'll make that video. Here I am wearing my ripped hoodie that I'm just heading to bed with. The room is dark because I was at an Airbnb with the people that I was on the podcast with, and I was sharing a room. So the lights are out because they're headed to bed. So you can barely see my face just glowing in the light of the phone. I woke up the next morning to 850,000 views. So the point is, preparation does not equal good content, and it does not equal breaking your pattern. Preparation, the only role it serves, the only thing it's good for, is the part of yourself that wants to delay, or the part of yourself that needs to feel like you're only good enough to do the thing if you tick all of these boxes. Your job is to show that part of yourself that you are good enough and that your message is good enough and that your message is worthy and what you have to say is worthy and that you are worthy of simply showing up and being authentic. And that is good enough. That is enough. And it doesn't require a bunch of preparation. Now, am I saying never do your makeup before you go make videos? No. Am I saying, don't set up your space and do preparation things? No. But I'm saying eliminate the time between idea and posting. Get that down as short as possible and teach yourself that it's okay to not have those preparations in place. If you take the time and you do set up a spot for you to record and get a ring light and a camera or use your phone camera. Don't ever buy a camera. You don't need a camera for social media except for your phone. But if you do take the time to set up a space for that, that's fine. If you feel like you really need that space, then you can get it set up. And if you can get it set up in a way that allows you to simply just like walk in the room and go really, really fast at any moment when you have an idea, even better. But the best content you'll ever publish will most likely not be recorded in the space where you do your recording. If you've set up such a space, it'll be recorded while you're literally walking from your car to the entrance of the grocery store while you're grocery shopping and you had a thought. Authentic, real, part of real life. That's what people really look for. And if you can combine that with profound, deep knowledge that deeply connects with the problem that your client is facing and the goal that they want to get to, that's the magic sauce.